Hello, my name is Steph, and today I'm going to be taking you through how to complete an application for generic non-targeted funding. The first stage that you will need to complete is your registration process, and we have a video available on this right beside this one on the website. So if you go and watch that video and then come back here when you're ready to start your application. The first screen you're going to be met with is this screen here, which shows you the generic non-targeted application and the green button for more. If this does not appear on your screen, then you've not selected that you are a local voluntary youth organisation, and this funding stream is only available to those who are registered as a local voluntary youth organisation. So when this appears, if you want to hit more, that will take you through to this screen where you can see the opening and closing dates. Make sure you take a note of the closing date and get your application in well ahead of the closing deadline. And then to start your application, hit apply. First, it will prompt you to enter your organisation name. So this is where you would put your organisation or your unit name and then create application. For this example, we're going to be using Sample Youth Centre. Your generic non-targeted funding application is going to be complete in 3 sections, and you can see them here. Once you complete each section, a green tick will appear in the circle. This means that you have completed the section in full. So to complete your application, the first section is your contact details and your organisational name. This will be pre-populated from the information that you have provided during registration, which you've likely just completed. So once you scroll past these, just check they are correct. Your membership and attendance information. This is where we need you to tell us how many total registered young people you have within your unit or organisation. So for this example, we're going to say we have 25 young people that are registered with us. Your total number of operational weeks per year. This is the amount of weeks that you deliver youth provision in your unit or your organisation. So if you operate bi-weekly across a 40-week period, you would write 20 in this box. Maybe if you take the summer months off and don't provide youth provision in those weeks, you would operate across a 40-week period. So for this example, we're going to put 40 weeks in our total weekly delivery. The total hours of programme per week. So this is a weekly breakdown of your face-to-face delivery. So for our organisation, we say we work 2 evenings a week and we would operate 3 hours on each of those evenings. That would be a total weekly of 6 hours per week. We also have got a table here which shows you how you can enter half hours and 15-minute periods if you require to do so. And the final question of this section is your average weekly attendance. So this is where we need you to look at your attendance over the 40-week period that you work. You then want to divide that. So divide your total number of attendees by the amount of weeks that you operate, and this will give you your average weekly attendance. So for example, we have got 1,000 young people attended across our 40-week period last year. So 1,000 divided by 40 gives us our 25 young people who attend every single week. Once you've completed this, you tick mark as complete. You will see that section 1, there will be a green tick now beside. This means that you have fully completed this section and can move on to section 2. Section 2 gives you an opportunity to let us know if your banking arrangements and governance details are staying the same. So the first option you will be provided with is a drop-down about your bank account status. So if you just let us know if your account is staying the same since the last time you applied for funding, or if it's changing, or if you've never applied for funding, it will give you an opportunity to provide us with those details. For this example, we're just going to select that ours is staying the same. The next is child protection and safeguarding. So again, you just need to let us know if your policy is changed or if it's staying the same. If you've just completed the registration process, the likelihood is you've just uploaded your new safeguarding document, and therefore this will be staying the same. So we're just going to pop that in for this example, and it's the exact same for the adults at risk. So if you've just filled out your registration and given us that information, we would say to just tick the same box. So the options are that you do deliver, but it's staying the same. You do deliver and the policy has changed. You can provide us with the new copy. And then there is also the option, if you do not work with 18 to 25-year-olds, please select this option as it is not applicable to your organisation. Once you select that, the governance document is the same, whether you're staying the same or if it has changed. Again, if you've just completed registration, the likelihood is it will have stayed the same. Once you've completed this, you can mark as complete, and that is section 2 complete for you. And again, you will see the tick appearing on the left-hand side. The final section, section 3, is the declaration. So we would ask that you select from the drop-down. This is that you confirm that if you are successful, you will comply with all of the EA's reporting requirements. The next section is data protection. So we ask that you have read through our GDPR and fraud statements. And then finally, the declaration, just to sign off that all of the information that you are providing us with is accurate and correct. if you pop in the signatory details and their position within the organisation, and then sign it off and mark as complete. Once you mark as complete, you'll notice that you have all 3 sections with the green tick. This means you have completed all 3 sections fully, and it also means that you can now submit your application. So once you hit submit, it will give you an option to review. So this gives you an opportunity to read through everything that you've provided with us, double check that it's correct, and then finally hit submit, and that is us receiving your application for generic non-targeted funding. Once you've hit submit, you'll see this screen. This means that your application has been submitted and we've received it. You should also receive an automated email from the system letting you know that you have submitted an application. Once you click on My Applications up at the top here, you will see that your application is here. The submission date is outlined here and the time that you've submitted it, and you can view a copy of it. This is just a final confirmation that you know you have submitted your application for funding and we have received it. We hope this video was helpful, and if you need any more information or advice, you can contact us at youthfunding@eani.org.uk for some help.